Yo, what is going on, guys? Welcome back to the channel. I've got something special for you today. I've got some dual action longsword gameplay. I've got my mate Hunter Brand, Mr. Tarnished Brand himself, the other hunter there, in this footage, and we did some dual action longsword hunts, and it was really fun. We started things off in the arena. I've actually not done many arena quests up until doing a couple with Mr. Brand here. We did some last week and he asked if I wanted to jump in a couple of arena hunts here as well, so we've done a couple more. We started with the Chaticabra and it's really fun. It's definitely something different. I enjoyed it. You know, you put in there with these with the nerfed equipment. You're not using all the same high level stuff that you used to. You're going in with what it gives you as a selection. Luckily for us on this occasion there was longsword available, and I've just been absolutely loving the longsword lately, so I was more than happy to go in and kill this big frog with the longsword. And it's just a lot of fun, guys. I'm going to start doing these more often, you know. I was kind of just disregarding them a little bit. I don't know why, but anytime I thought let's do a hunt in the arena, I just thought nah, I'll just go and hunt something normally instead, you know. But after doing a couple of these with TB, I've come to really enjoy them, so I am going to start doing these a little bit more. And you can see how fun it is as well doing this kind of thing with one of your friends, so you know, you can't argue. This Chaticabra is just in an absolute world of hurt, guys. Yeah, we are using nerfed equipment, but I mean, come on, this big frog has just got no chance. I've not shown all of this hunt, obviously. I've just put some of the highlights in, but just a nice little couple of minutes to start the video. He caught me out there with a big slam, but he didn't get many licks in. It was mainly just me and Tarnished Brand absolutely destroying him, and it was a hell of a lot of fun. You've got me on the voiceover again today, boys. This was recorded quite late in the evening, so it's usually not worth me trying to do live commentary, because if I wake the wife up, as you could imagine, all hell breaks loose. So I just tend to keep quiet in those situations. Trust me when I say you do not want to wake that lady up when she's sleeping. So I try and be quiet, and I think I'll record something if it's worth recording like this was, and I'll do a voiceover later. So after the Chaticabra, we decided to go in and try the Radar special event quest, see if I could beat my previous best time, which was 12 minutes and 57 seconds. I've actually never done this special event quest with anyone else, and TB asked if I wanted to do it, so I thought why not, let's take him on with a couple of longswords. And yeah, you can see it started off pretty well. I got straight into the red gauge, and then I realised that TB had actually used a lure pod on him to try and get him over to the trap there, so I stopped attacking and I just went over there to make sure we got him into the trap. You can also see that we put 4 big mega barrel bombs on this bad boy, so watch this explosion. Kaboom! All that damage, baby, and then we both go charging in with the red gauge, doing some major damage. Whoa, a motorbike just went past my house, boys. I do apologise if you heard that big motorbike then, but what can I say, it's a really hot day, so I've got the window open. Look at this, that was pretty close, wasn't it, boys? I was charging that sword up to get the big slash, take my colours up. I can't remember what this is called exactly, but there we go, straight into red cage again. This hunt actually went really well. This was a lot of fun. Everything seemed to go in our favour, and I was positive from the start that, although yeah, there are 2 of us, you know, I was going to beat my previous best time. I'm in red gauge for a lot of this hunt, and I think it's just because I've been so used to fighting him lately. I've been fighting him a lot over the last week, trying to get my own A ranking on this, doing it solo. That I've actually come to be decent at this hunt, I would like to think. Still not doing mega parries, not overdoing it with parry attempts. I do manage to land a couple and a nice couple of dodges and stuff, but I'm still not overdoing it with the parries against this monster. I'm quite happy to just avoid him and get into the red gauge using other means and just keep that damage pumping in. Although that, you know, saying that, I did actually last night learn how to animation cancel the charge, so I can get into the quick sheath stance a lot quicker for the parries. So that's something I'm going to be practicing over the next couple of days. I think I'm actually going to do one of those quests where you go in against a monster and you just try to kill him with parries. try and get some good practice in, and really try and build my confidence up with the parrying with this weapon. But overall, I'm just absolutely loving it. It's so stylish. It's just a hell of a good time. Nice little flash pod there on Raydal. Me and Tarnished Brand. His hunter name in this is actually Hunter Brand, so sorry for any confusion there, but yeah, it's Tarnished Brand. We go charging in, we keep that damage going. It's going really good this hunt. Nice little dodge again there, perfect counter, took us into the backflip. And yeah, I'm actually not doing the animation there where you can follow up, so if you do a counter when you're in red gauge, I believe if you press R2 again afterwards, you can do like a forward lunging slash, which I actually didn't realise, but I learned that this morning actually. I was looking at some videos and I learned that's another move you can do, which I weren't utilising, but it's all going to come together, boys. It is all going to come together. I've really been enjoying the longsword. I'm getting more and more comfortable with it. It literally is just getting used to the parries, getting used to the counter slashes, but we are getting there, boys. You can see that the flash pods have got reduced effect now. We've kind of had all of our fun with the flash pods against Raydal on this one. Unfortunately, I think it's only 3 times you can actually bring him down out the sky, but you can see how well this hunt's going. We're both just getting in there, making some real good use of all these damage openings. I'm still actually using Mind's Eye for this hunt. I'm using the Archean Ice Longsword. I think I've got the Raydal armour on with the full latency, latent power, sorry. And yeah, I've got Mind's Eye on the weapon, which I'm really liking, especially against this monster. So you know, you get the more options with the swipes when you're attacking him. You get options to hit his legs, and it does more damage rather than just focusing on his head, and it helps a hell of a lot. At least that's the vibe I get from it anyway. I feel like it's helping a lot, and it just feels really nice using it. Look at this, slicing his head up. Couple of absolute ninja warriors. No sir, I was really pleased at this point. You know, I knew he weren't really getting many licks in on me. He weren't hitting me too much. Tarnished Brand obviously doing his thing. He's a very good hunter himself. He played a hell of a lot of Monster Hunter World, and he's obviously a beast in Monster Hunter Wilds as well, so it's really fun doing these types of challenges with your mates, innit? I was glad I did it solo. I really wanted to give myself that, you know, that challenge of doing this mission solo and getting an A, which I did, and I'm really proud of that. But now it's time to just play with your friends and try and get some really good times in. Back into red gauge, stay on him, swipe at them legs, swipe at that head, keep the damage flowing. Comes in for the big slam. I think he's actually close to leaving at this point. He goes for a little wonder, and then we've actually done that much damage to him. He comes straight back to his nest, but I thought it was coming up. It's got to be any time now. He does go for a little wonder out into the desert. We have a little scrap with him out there, and then he comes straight back. Yeah, there we go. He's off on his journey. Let's get after him, boys. I'm looking forward to getting that pendant. I must admit, am I going to use it instead of these flying little shiny furries that I've got? I do quite like these furry flying things that follow me around. I'm quite attached to them, but no, I think I'm going to have to use the Arch-Tempered Raydal special event pendant, aren't I? We'll see anyway, boys. We'll see how it looks when we actually receive them. When we receive them, I actually don't know, but when they come, I'm going to have a look at them, and I'll make my mind up then. TB actually made a good point about Raydal when he comes to the desert area. He seems to fly around a hell of a lot more, and I actually hadn't thought of that at all until he mentioned it. But yeah, now I think about it, as soon as he does kind of come out into the desert, he does seem to be a lot more evasive, like he tends to fly around a lot more. Nice dodge there. Unfortunately we took the follow-up lightning little blast, but it was a nice dodge initially. But yeah, when he comes to the desert, he tends to fly around a lot more, and by this point you've always used up all of your flash pod effectiveness on him. So, you know, it's really hard to bring him down and get the damage in on him. So it's important to get as much damage down at his nest at the start of the fight as you possibly can, I feel. Then hopefully he spends less time out here in the desert. Nice dodge there as well with a little follow-up. And I just thought, go into the big slash, the big helm breaker with the follow-up while he can. You've got a good opportunity. We got a tempered wound destroyed there, which brings him down again. This will give me a chance to get back into red gauge, and then we can just keep that damage pumping in. Oh no, I didn't go into red gauge. I thought I was going into it then, but either way, brought him down. Big damage, baby. That's what it's all about, isn't it? And he's flying again. So you can see he's going straight back to his camp, straight back to his nest. Yeah, let's get after him and finish this bad boy off. So guys, we follow Ray Dow back to the nest. He puts his head down now for a little nap. Now at this point, me and TB weren't in comms. At this point we were just chatting on Discord. And I weren't sure what the plan was, you know. We hadn't discussed it previous. We didn't really have time to get on Discord and chat to each other on there to decide what to do. I didn't know if TB wanted to do some kind of big attack, but I just took the initiative and decided to put a pitfall trap down, which would give us a big opening for some damage. I spoke to TB afterwards about it, and we decided that that probably was the best option to use. We didn't have any mega barrel bombs left, and it did give us a big opening for some big damage, and you know, put us a couple of steps closer to putting this big electric lightning boy to sleep, which is what the end goal is. Looking back at this fight now, this hunt, I actually don't know what else we could have done differently. It feels like, and it felt at the time like it was a really good run. We was pumping damage in, we was on red gauge between us both. A lot of the time we were just flying in with that damage constantly. I'm not sure what else we could have done really to get much of a better time. It felt like a really solid run. You know, I'm sure there are always things that you could do to improve, but like I say, you know, really happy with this one. Personally, I know I'm fighting with a friend here, I'm not on my own, but this was my best ever fight against Ray Dow, especially in the special event quest. Really good hunt overall, guys. You can see he's dead. Let's check out that time. I think it's 11 minutes 43 or something like that. Yeah, there we go. Anyway, thanks for watching, guys. Hope you've enjoyed, and I'll see you all on the next one.